Today I'd like to show you about how to send a message via the message center in Skyward. Once you're in Skyward, you need to first go to your gradebook. The next thing that you want to do is choose one of the classes that you know your message you'd like your message to be sent to. Underneath Other Access in the top left-hand corner of your gradebook, you'll see the Message Center. The first thing that shows up in the Message Center is all of your previous messages. I want to choose Add a Message for a Current Class. So this is previous messages I've already done. If you want to add a message to a current class, this is where you're going to click that over here. You also have the option of adding a message for multiple classes. Let me show you the difference. If I choose Add Message to Current Class, down at the bottom of that message, it will list off the student names for the class that I accessed through the gradebook. I can then choose individual students, which ones I'd like to send it to or not send my message to. If you choose Add Message for Multiple Classes, down at the bottom of your message, you will see a list of all of your classes. Instead of being a list of the student names, it will show a list of your classes. You can then choose which classes you'd like to send your message to. But at this stage, you cannot choose which students. It's just which classes. I'm going to choose to add a message for just the one class. Notice again, I have listed down here just the students that are in that class. I only have one student listed because this is a trial class just for this purpose. You should have all of your students listed down here that are in the class that you accessed when you clicked on your gradebook. I now want to compose my message. The message summary is kind of like the subject line of an email. This is where I'm going to put the message, the body of the message. If you'd like to add any bolding or italicize or any of those other things that you typically like to do, you can add that here. You can change the font. You can add bullet points and numbers, whatever you'd like to do, underneath View Style toolbar. Once you've composed your message, we want to look at the next box, Posting Options. You have, first of all, the option to choose which date you post this message on. This is where it's going to go in the Skyward app or on the internet access when someone logs into Skyward on the internet. You can post to family access or to student access, and as I mentioned, you can choose the time with this date option right here. So if you didn't want it to post until 2 days later, you can change the date to the date that you'd like it to post on. You can also choose if you want it to be family and student or just one or the other. You can only post it to the students if you'd like, or just to the family, whichever way you'd like to do that. I'm going to post it to family and student. I'm also going to make sure that this is checked, allow students or parents to respond to the message. This is right in the app, in the Skyward app, or when they're logged into Skyward Online. This will also, if I click the next box, will include my email, so that when they see the message, it'll see that it came from my email. Posting to the calendar. In the Skyward app and in Skyward Online, there is a calendar feature that if you have other things assigned, assignments made, things like that, it shows up on the calendar. If you want your message to show up on that calendar as well, that's where you would add it right here. The text would be the title that shows up on the calendar itself for someone to click on. I usually don't choose the calendar. The next box shows emailing options. If I choose to send an email, it usually defaults it to this particular time that I am right now, or about 10-20 minutes later than my current time. It has the current date. It's coming from my email. And then I have to decide who I want this email to go to. So I can go like this. I can put email to students. If I want it to just go to the students. If I wanted to email it to the guardians as well, so they're not just getting it in the Skyward app and online, they're also going to get an email. I can choose the email to guardians, and any email that's listed, it will send that to. Notice it says leave the checkboxes below blank to send to all guardians. And so I'm going to leave it blank because I don't know which emails are actually in each student's profile. So if I just want to make sure it hits all of them, I'm going to just do this and leave those blank. If I wanted additional recipients, I could do that here. And I could select additional recipients that I'd like to send that to. The details that are going to be included in the email, in addition to what my message says, would be right here, the course description, period, and teacher name. And then I have all the students listed that I want. There's only one student in this class, but I can go through and individually select which ones I'd like at this point. Once I know I have my message set up, I can hit save and it will send that message. My message will then show up listed in this list right here. I can drop it down to see the message details, what the actual message said. That's what I typed in there, and any responses that might show up. And that is how you use the Message Center. Thank you for watching this tutorial. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to contact Mr. Harmless or any of your other CRPs, and we will be more than happy to assist you.